Alright, we're trying for a third time. Let's hope this works. And it looks like it might have glitched on me. I've got the wrong thumbnail in there, don't I? And the wrong title. That's fine. As long as we're still going. Hey, there's somebody. Hi, Dominic. Thanks for coming. It looks like things are actually working. I'm going to go ahead and blame my internet. I think we're good. Awesome. Hi, guys. Whew. All right. Sorry, a few minutes late. Yep, so I'll give it a couple more minutes yet just in case some more people pop on. But basically, somehow I got the wrong title and thumbnail in there. I don't know how that happened, but we're not going to be working on Song That Might Play When You Fight Sands tonight. We are going to be working on one of these three that you see on your screen, and I'm going to let you guys pick which one we work on. I knew you were going to say that, Rexshell. All right. Any other takers? What do you guys want me to work on tonight? Field of Hopes and Dreams? That's also a good one. Dominic, what about you? Do you have a preference? Alright, well, while we wait for more people to come on, I'm just going to go ahead and work a little bit more on Dog Check, since I already did start that one. Yep. So I'm just going to go ahead and start off with that one. We can always switch sometime later if I finish it, but let's see. That is not what I want. There we go. Come on, computer, you can do this. There we go. Alright, so I did start off this one. I've actually gotten pretty far on it. I want to add in a little bit more to fill it out in some spots, make it more orchestral sounding, and then of course we've got to add dog barks, because why not? So here's what I've got so far. Obviously were not in the original. It was actually pretty sparse in the original. It just had the is some more stuff I added. I just had a bass line, melody, basic chords, and the percussion, so I'm trying to flesh it out a little bit. Thanks. So yeah, I'm playing the whole theme through like 3 times. It's a pretty short theme, but thanks. Keeping the percussion going the 3rd time around. Starting to bring back in the strings a little early. And then a little bit more moving bass part. It was a little simpler in the 2nd time, 3rd. Thanks, Rex. I want to give a little bit more than woofs yet, but it's pretty close. Just tag down a little outro at the end. So yeah, nothing too fancy, just kind of a chill cover to work with. But yeah, it's almost there. It just needs a couple more things yet, I think. So let's go ahead and add the woofs because I know I'm gonna want those. Instrument rack, there we go. Toss those in there. And then I gotta remember where this is. Here. Dog. Thanks. I'm gonna turn that down. Awesome. Okay, so now I just need to figure out, I'm probably going to have it double another instrument, is what I'm thinking. I don't know if it might be a little bit much if I try and make it double the bass, because I already have the bass pizzicato and the piano doing the same thing, and they're lower, so they're a little bit heavier. I don't want the song to be like totally dominated by the bass notes. What if, where's my melody? What if I doubled that? I have no idea how this is going to sound. Maybe. Let's see how it works. First I'm just going to solo this in the melody so I can get kind of a... I can barely hear it. Yeah, the dog barks actually are from the Mario Paint sound font. That's what Toby Fox actually originally used. Hi Guy, thanks for joining. So, let me try, what happens if I move this down an octave? There we go, now I can actually hear the barks. Move this one down an octave. This is gonna work. Just need to do a lot of copy and pasting here, might take me a minute. Zoom out, select the notes, down an octave, and repeat. No, this is Ableton Live. I've actually never used FL Studio before. So far, so good. And then where's Where did I have this repeat? Right there. That's not quite lined up. There we go, that's what I needed. Hi, Angel. You being a good doggy? Yeah, I know you are in need of constant attention. Yes, you are adorable. Thank you for the kisses. We're going to have a number of dog interruptions tonight. Yeah. There we go. I wonder if I want one for the last note as well. What do you want, Angel? I took plenty good care of you. You have been spoiled way too much. Turn that velocity up a bit so we can hear it. Doesn't help much. Maybe if I just bring the overall volume up a bit. How long have I been making music? That's a tough one to answer. I mean, I started just writing tunes and stuff when I was 8, but as far as actually making things in Ableton goes, that's been about 2 or 3 years now, I think. There we go. I like that. I can't type today. I thought you'd like that, Rexshell. Let's see here. Thanks. So I'll just bring that up a bit and see if it still sounds good. That's good. And I don't play it the first time. It just comes back over here. There we go. Let's see if I can make these not quite so dry. Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna try some reverb. The sound kind of dies really quick. Just copy this reverb that I already have on the marimba part. Might be a little bit much. That helps. I'm just gonna mess around with EQ because I can. That makes it sound a lot hollower. Now, is that a good thing or not? I'm not sure. It's actually a good thing. It's a little easier to hear. We'll go with that. There we go. Alright, now chat, help me out. I'm looking to make this a little bit more orchestral. So I want to find some more instruments that you usually hear in an orchestra, but I also don't want to add anything unnecessary, like just for the sake of adding it. So what do you think? Would there be a good spot for like some winds or brass or something like that to kind of flesh this out a little bit? Yeah, winds, that's kind of what I was leaning toward. This might be... Can I play it through? Absolutely. Yeah, I think it would probably depend on the brass, because if you went like full out brass choir with like all the trombones and tubas and trumpets and all that, it might be a little bit too much for this song. I guess it would depend on what I'm making it layer or how I'm adding to it. Like if I want to add arpeggios or if I just want to layer some chords in there or what. Okay, that's a bit much in the mix. That's better. Especially around here, the only thing that's different is just it keeps the percussion going. Yeah, I do have a marimba here for the main melody already. I could add some more like arpeggiated stuff in the background, kind of like what the bass is doing. Like that. I could add that kind of a thing, except maybe faster. I'm not sure. I think I did mess with some marimba settings too to make it pop a little more, so that's probably why it sounds like that xylophone. Alright, so let's just grab some winds and play around with it and see what sounds good. So, I don't know if I should pick a specific one or just go with like your basic ensemble. Let's just try that just for playing around. There we go. All right. Let's see. I'm actually probably going to start right around here. That gives a little bit more dimension. I like that. All right, let's go with that. And now, unlike the harp where it just plucks and then rings, I want the winds to actually hold the entire time. No, that's not what I want. I've got kind of like, they're a little bit offset, so it's like da-da-da-da, instead of hitting all at once. And I'm not going to want that for the wind, so I'm just going to see if I can get these all to line up, so I can just grab the same notes. Snap that back, deselect these, snap those back, and one more time. There we go. And then we just make them hold all the way to the end of their beat, more or less. Not quite exact. in there. And I think that's all the way to the end. Let's just solo this for a second. That sounded good. Yo, welcome, Angel. Alright, I'm going to... Because right now I've got like separate notes here. I just want to kind of hold them instead of having them ta-ta. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So if I stretch these out like this, it should sound a little bit smoother. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if I want to do that one yet or not. Hello, Lavender. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's keep that. And this I wanted to have 2 notes, so there's a little more separation. Thank you. Let's do that. There we go. And then I know that same chord progression is repeated in this section, so I'm just going to copy that over. Let's put this up here. Give me a nice rainbow order, staying right. Winds. Alright, now I need to check balance, because I'm guessing the winds are going to be too loud. Oh yes. Much too loud. Fills it in nice. Now, do I want that for the second and third times or just for the third time? I'm not totally sure. I'll just mute this for a second. I think I might want it in here too. Thanks. Yeah, let's try putting that back in for the second time. Just the color on this one. A little mellower. Maybe not quite that mellow. My channel's only a little over 2 years, so Angel, you've been subscribed for quite a while. Oh, yep, Miracle came out, what was that, just a couple of weeks after I actually started the channel. So... that's nice. I'm going to copy this over the third time. Doesn't quite connect. I've got all these high notes up here and then it jumps back down to low. Maybe I need to adjust these a bit. Maybe not, I don't know. What if I move these up here instead? Wrong one. Definitely not. Maybe it's okay to have it jump. What if I move these down instead? So kind of like preemptively moving things lower. That's not even what I needed. Maybe it is. See ya, Angel. Thanks. Oh no, that sounds terrible. Maybe it just needs to replace that. Is that how the other one goes? I forget. That's not bad. Let me listen again. I kind of like those higher notes in there, though. I might put them back. Yeah, let's just undo everything I just did. Maybe if I do like that. There, I think that'll connect it. Yeah, because then the high notes don't just like drop off immediately. There's just a little bit more connection before it loops back into itself. Let me do that. There we go. Here and here, so that they don't just cut out. Thanks. Okay, that sounded good. Now, what did I hear in here? Something was weird. Right in there, I think. Let me mute this and see if it still sounds weird. It might be the violins. I think it's that one. I was kind of debating on that note earlier. Not bad. Let me just listen to these. That might be okay. And then if we add back in the winds. That sounds pretty good. Alright. Just gonna pan ever so slightly. I don't even know if that's going to make a difference, but my brain likes it. Just separate them a little bit. So panning's kind of nice because you can get some parts more in the right side of your headphones and some in the left side of your headphones. So like if I was to, I don't know if you're listening with headphones right now. I'm going to shove this all the way into the right side of your headphones. And then over into the left. Like that. So it's usually nice to have a little bit of panning in your music just to kind of separate things so it's not all like dead center. And if you listen closely to like even the original of this, there is some slight panning for sure. I'm just going to solo this track. Last week I was listening to the reference track on YouTube and you couldn't hear it. So I just brought that into here. It feels weird, the left and right panning. But yeah. So here's the original dog check from Delta Room. So it might be hard to hear some panning there. But if you listen, I think the basses are a little bit on one side. Yeah, so most tracks that you listen to, hi Frankinator, nice to see you, Most tracks that you listen to are going to have at least some slight panning here and there. And the way I like to usually do it is like I'll picture an orchestra, like I'm sitting in the audience, and like you'll see the violins on your left when you're looking at it, and the cellos on your right, and all of the other instruments and like that. So that's usually how I decide which way I want to pan things. So like I've got the violins a little bit left, I've got my basses a little bit right, and then I'll usually keep melody and consistent things like chords and percussion in the center. But anyway, enough technical talk. But I forgot if I want to add winds in here. Well, we'll try it. You might not need it because it's got the violins coming in, but we'll try anyway and just see what happens. So, oh yeah, I gotta fix all these. The chord progression's a little bit different than it was over here, so I can't just copy and paste this over here. All right. Bottom notes are already lined up. Deselect those, move everything over, and repeat the process. What am I doing? I just lost track of where I was. Okay, actually, these are done already. Like that. Yeah, I went from 4 notes to 3, so I confused myself. Okay, and then hold these out. No, not that far. Can get kind of finicky. Meh. Half my time is spent picking instruments, and the other half of my time is spent trying to adjust the lengths of MIDI notes. A tedious process, but I'm a perfectionist, so... Oh, missed one. 2, actually. Just kind of string them together by 2 bars. There we go. Now let's see how that sounds with the rest of the track. Yeah, you can't really hear it unless you're really listening for it, but I think it does kind of help fill it out a little bit more. Turn it off. Turn it on. We'll keep it. Alright, and obviously I will need to copy the ending here. Actually, that's not what I want. Just right there, I think, is where I split everything. Thank you. Oops, held too long. How long did I hold the violins? Right up until about there. Where's that here? Doesn't really show me. Just gonna have to eyeball it. I think it was kind of around beat 3-ish. That looks about right. Could use maybe a little bit of reverb on it. Sounds good, guy. Thanks. I'm planning to go for maybe another hour or so yet. Alright. Where was that reverb? Try that. Oh, come on, you. Get in there. There we go. Maybe Some instruments in Ableton, they kind of just cut off really quick. So I have to kind of mess with the volume a little bit to kind of like pretend that there's a natural decay to it. So if I go like that, maybe not quite that much, just a little bit of extra volume off the end. Not quite. Down you go. Let's try that earlier. It's a little bit softer, I think. Let's just mess with my envelopes. Okay, that's a bit too much. And maybe up my decay time a bit, just so it rings longer. Let's hear it with the mix and see how it sounds. That sounds pretty good. Alright, I think I'm actually going to pan these winds slightly right, because even though they're in the center in like a normal orchestra, I've already got the violins panned left, and I've got the harp in the center, so I don't want to, because the winds are so similar to that, I don't want to like step on these other two instruments' toes. Give it a little bit more space. So let's try panning the winds over to the right and see if that works. And it might even be something you can barely hear, but... slightly more. Yeah, I don't know if that's even audible, but my brain likes to see it, so we'll go with it. Like here, you got the violins leaning a little bit in your left ear, the winds leaning in your right. So that should work pretty well. Alrighty. Am I missing anything? I guess I gotta listen through and see if there are any dead spots that need to be filled in yet. Too, Dominic. Just the little things. So far this is the same instrumentation sort of as the original. Just got percussion, chords, and melody. Here's where I changed it up with the violins. And the piano. Normally it just repeats that much, but now I'm adding the winds, a little bit of extra bass and percussion, and of course the dog barks. Does the balance sound pretty good to you guys? Percussion's not overpowering or anything like that? Now right here is just adding that percussion good enough for the third time. And then the violins. Might be okay. I mean, it's a pretty chill mix. I don't have to go like adding all sorts of instruments every single time. Picked up the bass a little. Actually sounds pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think I just looped back to the beginning. I don't think I've got to go too crazy with it yet. I'm probably still gonna do a bunch of messing with like mastering, because like you can see I've got the master volume up like 2.3, and it's pretty good, but I can add like a little bit of compression to it and kind of play around with that, just so that the volumes are a little bit consistent. Yeah, I listen to these parts so many times, it's ridiculous. I'm surprised I'm not hearing them in my sleep yet. Alright, so I will finish mastering this later, but actually I think it's pretty close to done. So that's cool. I'll be posting that in the not so distant future. Alright. So chat, I don't know if you're still awake after that chill music, but we've still got another good 45 minutes left. So if you'd like to help me pick out, I haven't started either of these two yet, so if you'd like to help me pick out whether I should work on Field of Hopes and Dreams or Death by Glamour. Yeah, it does sound kind of Christmassy. But yeah, let me know which one of these two should I work on next. I haven't started either yet, so I'm going to be starting from scratch. Got 1 vote for Glamour. Anybody else want to pitch in? Oh yikes, that was my triangle. Don't want that. Alright. Let me figure this out here. We have 1 person undecided, and then 2 votes for Fields of Hopes and Dreams, and 1 vote for Glamour. Should we go for Hopes and Dreams? Everybody good with that? Let's see here. Let's do it like that. Definitely save. Alright, Hopes and Dreams it is. Alright, so I tried to prep this ahead of time by just putting a reference track in here to make it match the metronome. However, for some reason, Field of Hopes and Dreams, even though it's supposed to be 125 beats per minute, right there, it doesn't exactly line up. So like if I turn on the metronome, you'll hear like the click, click, click at the beginning. And it seems like it's lining up, but then if you get farther into the piece, it's just not. It's off a little bit, and I don't know why. So we're just going to kind of use this as a guide. It's not going to line up exactly, but let's see here. So we start here. I'm probably going to get a copyright strike on this. But yeah, I usually listen to the track all the way through and kind of like make markers in here. So like here I would add a locator, whatever helps me remember. If I can type, beat drops. There we go. Close enough. Now because the metronome's off, I'm just going to have to listen and then just count measures down here so it's not going to line up perfect. And I lost my spot. I gotta stop talking while I do this. 11, 12. And then it kind of repeats itself. Repeat, beat drop. Right there. It's actually pretty close on. Not exact, but pretty close. where it kind of, let's see, what do I call this thing? B section? I don't know. Yeah, I just put the most random names in here just so that I can remember where I am in the track. I don't know. That's what it is, so we'll go with that. Hi knockers, thanks for stopping by. Alright, pizzicato starts right there, that bum 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 bum, so I'm going to use that as a marker. Right there. So yeah, right now I'm just listening to the original so I can kind of map out where I want to go in the Ableton file. What do I want to call this thing? I have no idea. Because it's the same theme repeated, but it's like more instrumentation. Don't judge me. I don't know. Okay, so this is kind of the return of the main theme, but it's also got it's got that sax solo in there. Who is buzzing my phone? Scam caller, of course. Main theme with solo. We'll go with that. How far am I here? This track's actually kind of long. Some stuff I do remixes of, it's only like 40 seconds. And then I have to play the thing like numerous times through and try to just come up with different ways to make it sound so that it's not just the same exact clip like 30 seconds or 3 times. But this one I might actually not have to do too much work. It's already at like a good 2 minutes 45 seconds there. I might add a little bit on the end, just for fun, but we'll see. That C minor chord again. Piano arpeggios. I wonder how I want to end this thing. It'd be nice to end it a little bit bigger, because I think in the actual game it just kind of, yeah, it just kind of loops back around to that again. Hey there! Thanks for stopping by, Examination. How's it going? So yeah, I might add on my own ending, which would be cool. Just to make it sound a little more completed. I am doing very well, thank you. Don't end here. So I will keep going with the cover probably after this, but I don't know how long, so I'm not going to add in like an ending locator like I normally would. Alright, so I've got kind of marked out the different sections so I can just kind of jump to wherever I need to. So now I just need to listen to how this actually goes and kind of listen and come up with my own instruments and copy like the basic parts that you really need. I am doing a cover of Deltarune's Field of Hopes and Dreams, kind of an orchestral version. Yeah. So yeah, let's see. So that's got two different parts. It's got da 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 da, and it's also got the dun 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 dun. So I don't know if I necessarily. I mean, I could start it with piano. I don't want it to sound too similar, but also there are just some parts that work really well with certain instruments. I might save this for later and find the bass line, like over here, and just work on the bass line first. It's usually nice to have the bass line in first. Instrument rack. So the bass is kind of like a dun 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 dun. I wonder if, let me see what I've got here. So I don't exactly do these other people's scores. They're just kind of helpful for like, because like they're arranged for piano and I'm not arranging it for just piano, but just to kind of see the basic notes, like I can see at the beginning that one part is da 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 da. So just kind of give me a guideline when I'm working on it. Now, it doesn't look like this version necessarily has, oh, it kind of does. I see what they did there. Okay. So, I need to find what I want to use for my bass. My go-to is usually strings. That is too high. See ya, authentic noob. Thanks for stopping by. There we go. So that's the bass line according to that sheet music that somebody made by ear. Now, is that actually what's in here or not? Yeah, these strings actually, I don't know if they like updated them or something. Because yeah, some MIDI strings sound absolutely terrible. But like, I think the release helps a little bit too, because like there's just some automatic reverb built in. But like usually with the violins, they're just going to sound like really tinny, and I have to mess with the settings just so that they're not like obviously fake MIDI notes. So I'm going to see if that's the bass line I hear in here. Now it changed a little bit. See, I don't think their piano transcription is quite right. I think it kind of goes like, something like that. It might not be exact, but again, this is just a cover. I'm not trying to transcribe the thing note for note. So, let's turn that off because it's a little off the metronome. Turn on my metronome. And then quantizing is nice because there are just so many different, how do I explain this? When you're recording something, it could be just like slightly to the left or slightly to the right, and quantizing will just snap it to whatever rhythm you want. So here my metronome is, that's quarter notes, and I need dun 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 dun, so I need to quantize it to eighth notes. That'll save me a lot of time so I don't have to drag around the MIDI notes all the time. I don't think that's quite it. That's pretty close. All right, Now I know there's more than just those two measures. I think the chord changes shortly after that. I'll listen to this again. Oh yeah, it's what does that do? Yeah. Oh shucks, I don't go that low, do I? Oh no, hell on, I'm so low. We're good. Phew, I was afraid I'd run out of notes. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of getting the pattern. Okay, I think I got this. So I'm going to start a measure before just to give myself some time to get over there. Metronome on, reference track off, and hitting record. Here we go. Alright, I'm not totally sure I got the notes right near the end, but I think I'm pretty close. Oh, come on. Whoops. That is not what I wanted to open. And I forgot that I should have been quantizing in 16th notes because it's like dun, dun. So I guess I will fix those manually. Woohoo! That one. At least it's a repeated rhythmic pattern, and I don't have to like search through and find everything. Oops. That was not intentional. Okay, looks like I gotta fix this manually. I'll do 16th notes next time. Right over there. Get in your place. Okay. Too far. That one. Move over. Okay. Now I just want to check my notes near the end because I feel like I'm a little bit off, but maybe I'm not. I don't know. Solo that track. Oh yeah, it goes down. Dun 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 dun. That's what it is. Right there. I don't want you on right now. I think that's right. There we go. All right. Let me know if I'm boring you guys. This is the tedious stuff that happens when you have to first set up an instrument. So, I noticed that I'm playing on like a keyboard here. So you can kind of hear there are different velocities. I kind of like the hard velocity. So I think I didn't hit some of them quite hard enough. So then now I just got to figure out where it starts making that nice hard hit and then bring the others up. From the top, let's turn off the metronome. Like right here. I think I need to get these up to 100. Well, maybe not quite that high. It's like it won't go between 99 and 103. Bring this up so I have a little more precision here. Glad you guys are enjoying yourself. That is still good. Looks like that's still alright. I'm just gonna kind of find a little bit harder. Okay, so I think I'm gonna want them at least 96. 101, This is also tedious. What I probably should have done is recorded this on my computer keyboard, because then all the velocities would be the same. However, I did not do that. So now I am changing these manually, which is fine, because I didn't record that much. Yeah, 97 is kind of nice, but we'll leave those 96s in there just to give it a little bit of variety. Not much, just very subtle. Get up there. Yeah, some of these are definitely too soft. I like that grit. Alright. So now let's play this back and see what we got. Just this track. Oh, these are too soft. I was like, where'd the grit go? 96, 95. How did I miss all those? Grab all these. Yikes. It's like I missed an entire half of the... That's all good. Okay. Try this again. There we go, that's good. Alright, now I know that that whole section just repeats itself, which means I can just repeat the bass line. Easy peasy. Alright, let's see. I believe that also comes back here. Yep, that same bass line. In you go. Alright, and I'll probably add more bass in these sections too. Do I want to do that now, or do I want to add a different instrument? I guess I might as well do it now. Because if I can get the bass line in for like the whole thing, at least most of the thing, because I think it does drop out in the quieter sections. But if I can get it in for the whole thing, that'll at least give me like a reference to work off of, so I'm not having to constantly refer to the reference track. Alright, so now what does this sound like? Alright, slow down. I think that's what it is. Thanks, Rex. Yep. Alright, let's just do that much for now. Let me actually do it on the keyboard like I mentioned before. I think it'll be fine. I'm just practicing. What happened here? Was it just F's again? Ah. I think so. Yeah, let's just do that much. Alright, now this time I'm going to remember to actually quantize it to 16th notes. Oh, I forgot to turn on the metronome. Kinda need that when there's nothing else playing. And too fast. Alright, now I got the right notes in there, but I don't think they're lined up. Oh, these are only 80. Definitely gonna want more velocity than that. Up you go. A little higher. Oh, come on, you. All right. Whoops, almost had a perfect rhythm. Second beat, please, and then these are all eighth notes. On the beat. What the? Get over. That's it. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, attacks at 0. Yeah, sometimes the other weird thing with strings is that just based on the way that you play them, it doesn't always sound like it's on the beat. Like you can see it's definitely, as far as the program is concerned, the notes are exactly on the beat. But because string instruments, they kind of, see ya, Lavender? Because string instruments kind of don't start at full volume. Like with a wind instrument, you just have ta ta ta, and that's just it right away. But strings, they kind of go a little bit louder and then a little bit softer and then up to loud. So they kind of sound late. So usually what I'll do with, if I can really hear it like that, I'll just kind of move it like the most minuscule to the left, like that. And that sounds more on beat than if I were to do this. Ah. See how it sounds a little bit behind? So probably once I get this bass line in, I'm just going to move the whole thing just slightly left just so it sounds like it's on the beat, even though it already looks like it's on the beat. Alright, now I was right over here trying to finish off this section. Reference track, please. That actually sounds pretty much exactly like what I just did, which is nice because I can just copy and paste. The only thing is they kind of died away right at the end. They didn't have those last notes because it's going into the quieter section. So that's good. Alright, now I'm guessing there's no bass line here, but I'm guessing there's one in this section. So let's just see what we got here. Yeah, I can add the violin pizzicato, no problem. I'll probably use like a, I think he uses a wind in here, but I'd like to make it sound a little bit less flat. Like, I mean, this original sounds a little bit 8-bitty. So I'd kind of like to round it out a little bit more, make it sound like an actual orchestra. Yeah, new bass line. Great. Oh my goodness, do I have to like write this down or something? My brain's dying, guys. How does, I can't even get the first measure. I think that's what it is. Nope. Maybe. It might be close enough that nobody's gonna care. Alright, now I know this rhythm's the same, so what I'm gonna do instead of trying to record this again, I'm just going to change the notes. That should work. Alright, so the first 3 notes are definitely E flats. After that, I'm not sure. I think we're gonna go with that. Too far. What the? Okay, I'm missing something here. Oh, it's not quite the same rhythm. wonder I confused myself. Right there, I gotta delete those. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. There we go. Okay, wait. Well, I got the first part. Okay. These should be G's. It kind of follows a similar pattern to what it was just doing. But the next phrase, it just kind of changes a little bit. Too far. And I did it again. Now here I think it changes a little bit. Pretty sure that's what it is. Too far. Dun, 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 dun. Nope, get up there. Dun, dun, dun. That was in the right spot already. That's right. Now please tell me that exact chord progression just repeats itself for the next bit. Almost. Right around here it changes. Why can I not hear these notes? I think it's like this. Close enough anyway. Nobody's gonna jump down my throat saying that about 30 seconds in you had one note in the bass note that could have been slightly higher or lower. Now, let me listen to this. No. This over here. I think over here is the part I need. No, that's not exact. I'll just redo it. Come on, you. Wrong notes. F, F, F sharp, F sharp. That's gonna be close enough. I think actually that's a D. Sorry, guys. I just like to get it pretty close, Because like sometimes you'll be adding another instrument later and you'll be like, why is that clashing? And it's actually because something that you didn't think was that important was actually like really sour note. We're just gonna stick with that for now. Hopefully that's fine. Now, is this section repeated? Good. Perfect, just what I wanted. Good. Now, is there one last bass note before it goes quiet, or no? Nope, it just completely drops out. Okay. Now, C minor chord again. Hi, Jess. Yep. Good. And then of course we've got that piano part again that I still have to figure out what I want to do with. Okay, so I think I've actually got the basic bass line in. I can always like duplicate this and change it to another instrument to kind of layer it. And of course I'm probably going to add some bass at the end, like because I want to add on more than just the original track. But this is what I wanted. Whew. Okay, save. Save your work. Okay. So I could do easy stuff like this pizzicato, or I could try to figure out what I want for like melody line, because I think I'm going to wait with and figuring out whether I want to have that as a piano or not. So for right now, let me just listen to where the beat drops. It's kind of got two things at once. It's got that, here, let me just put in a piano just so I can play things back. Just grab that for now. I can't use barks in everything, Rex. Doesn't make as much sense here anyway. All right. Piano. And I'm going to name this bass pits. Color code so I don't forget where things are. Okay. Well, if you want to do your, Rex, if you want to do your entire album of Undertale and Deltarune remixes with dog barking, then you are welcome to do that. But I'm doing orchestral covers, not dog covers. So it might sound a little weird if I put dog woofing in every single track. Alright. So, as far as melody, it's kind of hard to tell. Because you got that kind of... Oh, come on, you. So there's that part of it. Yeah, I could play around with clarinet. That might be a good part, especially for those higher notes. And then there's something else going on in the middle here that I gotta listen really closely to. I think I'm just hearing the arpeggios. Oh, come on. I keep forgetting that I'm soloing tracks. There's the right note. I think I'm hearing that in there too. There are just so many layers to it. It might take a whole bunch of listening just to try and sort out, okay, how many melody lines, harmony lines do I have? And then which instruments do I want to put them on? Because this is such a thick instrumentation. Like, I mean, if you're listening to Dog Check, you've got 3 or 4 instruments, and it's pretty slow, and they're pretty separate from each other. Whereas this, everything's just kind of mashed together. So it's going to take me a little bit longer to try and listen for the different parts. Bass is usually a little easier to hear, but once you start getting into that stuff in the middle, like what the piano's doing right now. Yeah, he's just got things layered all over the place. Maybe what I want to do is just start working on the, just for the sake of the stream, work on the easier parts. And then I can listen to the same section like 500 times off camera. Just to figure out what all my parts are. Now this part I know is pretty easy. Got one melody, some percussion, and then some pizzicato. Tuba could definitely be a good idea for this. It'd be nice to introduce some brass, especially since we got such loud sections. Brass is usually good for that. Okay, I think I want to figure out what melody instrument I'm going to use for this. Because like I mentioned before, I don't want it to sound quite that flat. I wonder what a flute would sound like. Oops, not an impulse rack. Instrument rack. There we go. Okay, pull this up higher. All right. Winds. See, I do want it to cut through, which is why I'm kind of wondering about the Dominic, are you talking about back over here? There are like 3 or 4 different parts that are layered on each other that I have to try and differentiate from each other just by listening to it. I mean, aside from the bass, you've got that super high, that part, and then you've got arpeggios, and then I think there's also somewhere in that range. So yeah, that's just going to take some work. For now, what do I want to use? Because in here, I'm not even sure exactly which instrument that is. I mean, it sounds kind of like an oboe. I'm not sure if that's what it was. It's all good. Maybe I'll just pick my own. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a wind. It just has to be something nice and lyrical. Not strings. I want to save that with the pizzicato. Those synth leads start sounding a little too electric. I want something... I don't think it's an organ. Yeah, they got a little bit too much... They got a little bit too much dimension to them. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's some kind of wind instrument. Well, let me just grab something and see how it goes. I'm gonna want a solo. Yeah, this sounds a little too in your face. Let's try this. And if I could actually solo that instrument, that would be great. Up an octave. It's not bad. I think I'd have to be careful with the velocity because sometimes it's really quiet. And then sometimes it sticks out more like that, and I would want it to stick out a little bit more just because it's a melody instrument. The other thing with this one, it kind of starts soft and then gets louder, which I'm not sure I like. Like that. Hear how it's like kind of soft, loud, like that. I don't think I like that. So I want something close to this, but not quite. I I thought about the flute before. Let me take a look at that. What is this? Weird. See, I think he used like a different kind of oboe. Probably not like an Ableton oboe. I don't think he worked in Ableton. But like something similar to that. So I'll come back to that if I can't find anything else. But... oh, that's very quiet. I wonder if I can bring that up at all. Oh yeah, why is that volume all the way down? I can kind of hear the tonguing in there. I don't think I like that either. Is there any way to... sometimes you can mess with that stuff, but I don't think there's an option for that in here. Yeah, I guess I'm just being picky with it. Let me try this. I can hear the tonguing in there, like there's kind of a lower undertone. I can hear it. I wonder if I can EQ that out. Now I'm getting really wacky. Because if I can just find... where's my melody note? Looks like this is the lowest I'm going to go. So if I can just kind of drop everything from below this, I might be able to get rid of that tonguing and the lower overtones. Like that. Let me get it a little bit harsher. Maybe that's as harsh as it goes. Oh no, there we go. It's still in there. Where's that click? Maybe that's the note and I just need to... still in there. Yikes. I'm getting ridiculous. And now that sounds titty. Alright, so I can't get it out with EQ. I'll keep the flute in mind. I might not be able to hear that as much when it's in the mix, but I would like to just double check my options. Make sure there's not something a little better. Hi, Mellomations. Nice to see you. Yeah, I've been streaming for like an hour and a half. I guess I could stop, but I'm having too much fun. So we'll keep going. I wonder what a bassoon would sound like. Now do I want legato or legato vibrato? And that's out of range. Okay, never mind. I think this horn's kind of similar to an oboe. What is that? It's like 2 notes. That sounds pretty similar to what he's got here. Not quite. Just gentler. I think I like that. Oh no. Gotta be some headphones around there somewhere. A little less on the release. Alright, now do I want to... velocity might be a little bit too harsh there. Can I do it here? Hello. We are doing an orchestral cover of Field of Hopes and Dreams from Deltarune. So I could try to record this on the keyboard, which has more range, but the velocity might be too much. Or I could record it on my laptop, which would keep a consistent velocity, but would not allow me to have as much of a range. We'll try it on the keyboard and see how it sounds. Alright, just to make sure I'm ending this right. Where does it start? Right about there. I want this off. Okay. Thanks. Now the top track's just the reference, so it's not exactly mine. All I've got in here so far is the bass line. And I'm about to record the English horn, so I haven't done too much with this one yet. That's what I want. All right, here we go. Probably pretty good. Oh, come on, quantizer. I wasn't that far off, was I? Apparently I was. Get back over there. Not quite so long, so I can hear this note. Almost. Too long. Turn this up a little bit so I can hear it. And down a little bit on the louder notes, I think. Like that one kind of sticks out a little bit. Turn that down. Slow down. Easy on the velocity. Too much. Get back up there. Happy medium, anyone? Too low. Pretty good. The higher notes don't need to pop quite as much. Hi, Angel. You getting bored, Angel? Hi. Yes, hello. I love you. Thank you for sticking your face in my lap. Yeah, you're a good girl. Bring this up a bit. I can't hear it as well. A little more. That's not bad. Turn off the metronome so I can hear a little better. It's all good. Okay, these are a little bit hot. Down you go. Still a bit much. That's pretty good. I can always tweak it a little bit more later, but that's the general. Well, that's nice. All right. And then I think actually that theme doesn't come back quite like that again, so I don't need to worry about duplicating this English horn part anywhere else. I might bring it back for the end, but we'll take a look at it. All right, so all I've got so far, I got the bass line, And then I got one short little melody line. We are making great progress on this. So this tiny section right here just needs violin, pizzicato, and percussion. Now percussion's going to take me a little while because that's my weak point, but I can probably figure out, I wonder if that's in here. I'm not sure. Kind of. Okay. Yeah, I tried to stream yesterday, but it didn't go so hot, so we're doing it tonight instead. Alright, I don't have an instrument in here. That would be my problem. I was like, where are my violins? I didn't add them. Yep, sorry for the confusion. Violin section pizzicato. That's what I want. Get down there. Bye, see ya. Oh, this is actually my second stream. I somehow got the description and the title and the thumbnail wrong, because I did change them. I don't know why they changed back to what they used to be, but after the stream is done, I'll just go back in and edit them. I don't have quite enough keys on the keyboard. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be tough. All right. I'm gonna have to add some notes in later because I'm running out of the keys on the keyboard, but yeah, that could be. Yeah, when I first tried to start this stream tonight, my internet just decided to die on me, so that would probably be an issue. I'm gonna start recording way back here. And that'll give me time to pull up the sheet music so that I can actually see eighth notes this time. Yep, I'll fix it afterward. Oh no! I was off to such a great start. Try her again. Okay, so most of it was good. I messed up right around there, but other than that, it was pretty good. Let me see what I got here. Come on. Right around here. Get down to where you belong. D. And I think this was supposed to be like a... Yep. Ran out of keys. This was okay. Now what was that supposed to be? Because I definitely ran out of keys. Oh yeah, definitely very high up. Forgetting where my lines are. And what was the last note? Just that. I'm good. All right. So now my notes and rhythm should be correct. I just want to check velocity. Yeah, some are really too hot and some are too soft. I'm going to add a note. It wasn't in the original, but I like it. All right. So now I just need to even this out again. What velocity do I want to put this at? That's too quiet. That's too hot. That's a pretty nice one. All right, we're gonna shoot for around 91 and see what we get. And I'm going to bring this up so I can actually see what I'm doing. Actually, that lower one could use a little extra juice. Up you go. Can we just, there we go. Is there 2 notes there? No. Weird. Almost sounds like 2, but we'll roll with it. Not quite that hot. Tedious. I'll try to stop being so exact, just so this doesn't take me so much time. I'm almost halfway through. Yeah, I just want to even it out a little bit so I'm not getting sudden pops or sudden like where did the notes go, things like that. That's a little quiet. Up you get. And then it starts quieting up. More on that one. Why do they make these handles so tiny? Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, way too loud. I'm just gonna grab all of these, just bring those higher ones down because I think they kind of pop already naturally by themselves. Okay, a little too far. Let's go 90. Up with that one. There we go. I think I'm happy with this. Let's hear it back with this. Much better. Whew. Yeah, I feel like I gotta stop and take a breather after every one of these tedious things because I got like all these tiny little bass notes. Now I got these pizzicatos. We're getting the drudge work out of the way. It's always more fun once you get the bassline stuff in, like the basics, because then you can mess around with like layering instruments and how you want it to actually sound. I'm just trying to get some of the general notes in there to start. But yeah. Maybe bring the volume down on this a bit. I'm happy. All right. We'll go for 5 more minutes and then probably call it quits for the night. All right, what can I do in 5 minutes? That is a good question. I guess I could either figure out what I want to do with that piano section at the beginning and end, or I could try and figure out percussion. Yeah. Because, like, I really don't want to use just, like, straight up piano, but I'm not sure what else would sound good there. You guys have any ideas? Yeah, I could work on trying to find a drum kit yet tonight. What would be good for short, crisp notes that is not piano? Guitar, that's an interesting idea. Let me see if I've got a good acoustic guitar. Oh yeah, I don't think trumpet's quite right for the very beginning because it's so quiet. You usually don't hear trumpets, at least with short notes like that, in the quieter sections. Let me see. I thought I had... a decent guitar, but I can't remember where I put it. Maybe I'll look for that one later and just find a substitute for now. Yeah, like an acoustic guitar might be kind of cool. Alright, let's just go with this one for the moment. I might end up switching it out later, but we'll try it. let's see here. I gotta learn the part. No, that's not the part. I got the first 3 measures. Is there any help in the score? Oh, come on. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. And that's a little bit different. Okay, I think I got it. If it would let me play it. Okay. The lengths are probably not going to be good. I'd probably want them a little bit more consistent, but I can fix that later. So let's try this for now. Oh, hold up. Yes, please. I am way too slow. That's hard, man. Almost. I hit the right notes, I just gotta get in the right rhythms. Right there. Almost. Get in there. Okay. And I'm going to want this at the right length. Let me guess, I'm going to have to edit all of these by hand. I'm going to assume that is a fair assumption. Because like you can select multiple, except they're not going to be quite down to where they need to be, and they're not going to be exact. With an instrument like this, I think you can kind of tell if it's not exact or not. Is this the right length? Nope. Glad I checked. Nope. All right. Do I want that held or the same length? Same length, I think. Hello. Grab this. One note at a time. Yeah, this is the hard part about starting a new song. It's just all the setup. Because like once I get this, I can copy this rhythm, and even if I have to change some notes here and there, at least I'll have a pretty steady guitar part. Okay. All right, and then I think I might actually, do I want to use a different instrument for like the top half? Like it starts off with piano and you got the lower half that I got here, and then I got the dun, dun, dun. Do I want to use the guitar for that, or do I want to use a different instrument? I might copy Toby Fox a little bit here. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a different instrument. Would have to sound pretty similar to this. Just something a little different. Where is that? Let's try this. Why can I not hear that? That's odd. Maybe I killed too much center. And that's the exact opposite of what I want. I think... Can I like... Yeah, I can. Something like that, except I think I need more of these. I don't know if I want to jump straight to electric guitar, because again, this is supposed to be kind of like an orchestral cover. So I do want it to sound a little bit more, at least right off the bat. I don't like, I don't completely shun the use of any non-orchestral instruments. Like, I have used, like, pads and things in orchestral covers before, and, like, you know, percussion and guitars and all that, but, I'm not sure I want to start off the song like that, if that makes sense. Acoustic guitar I think I can get away with, but if I were to throw an electric in there, that might be a bit much. So I think this is what I want. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm winging it here. But yeah, if I brought this up, brought these down, is this gonna sound good or terrible? I think that helps. Yeah, a little bit of a drier sound I think is what I'm looking for here. Now, can I add a little bit of a reverb or delay on it, or is that going to completely wreck everything? That might be okay. Kind of like that. And then of course it changes chords there, which I'd have to look at. But I think I'm on the right track here. Yeah. Because like if I were to... I'm just going to try that just for the sake of seeing how it would sound and for getting the notes in there, and then I can always change the instrument out later if I want to. Now it's got like a 16th note triplet in there, so wish me luck. If the keys would respond fast enough, that would be awesome. Oh, what was that? Okay, try this again. Let's fix that rhythm up. Too late. think... No, it's not. Do I need like a... 2 and 2 is going to be too short. I think I need like 2.5. I'm trying to figure out how to make a 16-note composition. 5. I'm winging this. Might be close enough to get by. It's not an exact 16th note triplet, but I don't think it has to be. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yep, this is Ableton Live. Now, how much do I want? Probably like this. Get it at least pretty close here. Hey, that's not close. There we go. It's pretty good. I mean, it doesn't sound bad as a guitar. I could play around with other instruments, but it's really not bad. Yeah, this definitely doesn't sound quite as muted as this one does. I wonder if I want to get it still sounding more similar. Might have to think about that one. What all have I got in EQ? I don't even know. What does this one do? Not enough. That's the opposite. I need something with like... Okay, not quite that extreme, but more highs, less lows. Can I... Whoa, that's a weird one. Can I like add another point here, or... Nope. That's fine. Oh, there we go. Let's try this. There we go, that's what I was looking for. A little bit drier. Maybe not quite that much, but that's the idea. Just to make it a little bit flatter, to just kind of mimic what Toby Fox did. Might need a little more volume on these guys now. Up 3. There we go. There we go. And then, because my curiosity is getting the better of me, I'm going to do this. Which one do I want to grab? Not that one. Now I gotta adjust this. Now these notes are all the same, so I can just mass shrink them, which is nice. Where's all that reverb coming from? Release 60 seconds. That is not what I want. Where's that? Release. That's odd. Well, I guess I'll adjust it in. Or maybe I won't. See, like, release is just, like... It's kind of like a built-in reverb. And it says over here that I've got, like, next to nothing, which is what I want. And yet over here, it says I've got, like, 60 seconds. Which is definitely not good. And for some reason it won't let me change it, because it says it's controlled over here. But then you got the loop, where it's like, but this says it's low, but this says it's high. I think I'm losing my mind, guys. Nope. Can I, like... I've never been in these settings before, just so you know. Hey, that actually worked, I think. Too short. There we go. Okay, and then copy paste. Let's see how this sounds. Still a little bit too rich sounding, but it might be nice to kind of layer that a little bit. Because if you play like two instruments at once, and they're both like kind of edited, like the guitar is, so you can't really tell what they used to be, it can be kind of interesting because it's almost like creating a new instrument, so I like that. At the moment, this marimba is sounding much too much like a marimba. Oops. Too hot. Oh, I see. Down you go. There we go. And then, oh, I bet you all I need to do is just add the same EQ that I did over here. Or at least something similar. Get in there. Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go. That's better. Bring this down. I'll mess with it a little bit more. It's still not quite where I want it, but it's getting somewhere. Come on, you find somewhere right in the middle. There we go. Duplicate. That is not what I wanted. Too long. Yep. All right. Well, it's definitely not perfect, but I'll keep messing with it. I think we better quit the stream for tonight. Yeah, this one's gonna take me a bit. Well, thank you guys very much for coming out tonight. Had a good time, and I will see you at the next stream. Let me figure out how to turn this off. And right there. Have a good night, everybody.